Hi, I'm Leslie, and I've been on a journey of self-development, overcoming challenges like anxiety, unemployment, getting divorced, while adapting to a new country. And that country is Germany. I want to share my experiences with you because I know how it feels like to struggle with no hope. But I learned that patience, perseverance, and love are key. And I'm here to show you that it's possible to overcome these challenges. So especially for today, I want to empower you to take charge of your life and break free from the victim mindset. I'm going to share my experience and point of view about it with you. And I would love it if you also share your experiences, your thoughts about this topic. We're here to support each other. So please write down below all of your thoughts, all of your comments, if you have been in a similar situation, how you dealt with it, and which steps you took to overcome and get over that situation. And if you're dealing with it right now, please share it as well. How are you dealing with it? What are you doing? And of course, after this video, you can also write down and share which are the next steps you're gonna take in order to break free of the victim mindset and take power of your life again. Get your life back together and realize that it's your time not to be a victim, but your time to give. So first of all, what is the victim mindset? What is it I'm talking about? So what I'm talking about here is more about this state of mind where you are feeling all the time overwhelmed, you are not feeling yourself, you are unhappy, and you feel like you do not have responsibility of your life. You feel like everything, like your happiness, your calmness, your wholeness, everything that happens, like your state of mind, depends on the external circumstances, on what's happening around you. And you put all the power on the external things. And you let everything, every situation, everything that happens, every other person affect your life, your happiness. In that case, you are being a victim. You are not taking responsibility for your life. And that's a situation where I think most of us had been, and really, when you are in that situation, you really want to get out of. It's not nice. You feel not empowered. You feel like other things are controlling your life, other people, what other people do, and then you take everything so personal, like, oh no, I cannot do this because that's the job that, I don't know, where they don't pay the amount of money that I want, or these people, they behave as well, they do this, they do that, they do things in a certain way, or oh, this person did this and that's so annoying. And it's like everything that's happening around you, you really like take it so personal, and you let things affect you, have influence on you, and it's like you do not have power over your life, over your happiness. Like every single little thing that happens, if someone, like, I don't know, says something to you that you didn't like, you get offended, you get bad, and then you act like a victim, and oh, why are you doing this to me, or why is this person acting like this? And you are in this kind of defensive state all the time, trying to protect yourself, to defend yourself, to you feel attacked many times. You feel like many situations are kind of like taking over your life and you can do nothing about that. That's the victim mindset. And that kind of mindset where you feel powerless, you cannot do anything about your life, or like it doesn't matter how maybe you try, but nothing works because everybody is doing their business and nobody cares about you, and they don't help you, and your partner doesn't love you or doesn't do this for you and stuff. Like you really paid too much importance on what other people do, on the external circumstances. That's the victim mindset. So how do you realize if you have it right now, if you're dealing with it right now? Like I said before, that's easy because then you take really many things personal. you feel that you do not have control over your life, that you, no matter what you do to feel happy, and you're like, okay, I want to be happy and I want to be calm, but everything, every single little thing that happens has like a huge influence on you, and you get mad because this person did this, because your partner didn't give you flowers on Valentine's Day, for instance, or because your family didn't say they love you, or they didn't support you financially, they didn't lend you money, or I don't know, many other things. Like, you expect many things from other people, from situations, because you didn't get the promotion or the raise that you got, and now your life is completely a disaster because you didn't get what you really were expecting, and that's not your fault. So it's life that is treating you that way. It's not fair, and you feel like a victim all the time. It's life hitting you, external circumstances affecting you and controlling your life, and you feel like you can do nothing about it. You're fighting against the flow. No matter what you do, you feel unhappy, you feel not fulfilled, you do not feel at peace. And I think that's the reason why many people stay in that situation, in their same financial situation the whole time, or loveless situation for years, because they stay in that victim mindset, and they actually believe and feel that they cannot take control over their life. And that happens to everybody. And that's why I want to share with you an example from my own life, like I used to do in my videos, because I want to show you that that's completely normal. That happens to everybody. Everybody has gone through a situation where they have felt victims, where they have had this victim state. But it's something that everybody has gone through, and it's something that also at the same time everybody can get out of. Everybody can break free from the victim mindset. That's something that I did, a completely normal person, and that's why you can do it as well. For me, in my life, I had it many times, especially because when I grew up, I was like a little kid that had always problems with a certain person from my family, and I felt I was not enough with this person specifically. And I was always trying to prove myself and prove things, and kind of like I felt like not enough. And sometimes I felt that it was my fault. I felt that I was like, no matter what I do, this person's gonna judge me the whole time. This person's not gonna accept me. It's not gonna like me, even though this person is part of my family. That's one example. So from that situation, I started developing unconsciously a victim mindset in many areas of my life. Of course, not all the time. I think I learned and I grew many times, but some situations like put you down again, so you can go back to that moment and say, hey, I haven't really gotten over that situation yet. I still have to grow. I still have to learn. This victim mindset came again when I was unemployed in Germany. And that was, as I told you before, very, very difficult. It was like a couple years that were very difficult in my life. And it's a perfect example of being a victim, because I was really unhappy. I was really like feeling I was fighting against the flow. I was doing everything that was possible to get a job or to improve my situation, to feel happy, to feel better. But no matter what I did, I felt I had no control of my life. No matter what I did, I could not get the job, or I could not get exactly the job I wanted. And because of that, many other areas of my life also were not okay. I was not happy. I felt like a failure. I felt like life was so unfair to me. Like, other people are having jobs and they're happy and they have many opportunities. They haven't had to fight in Germany. But me, I felt like really it was like very personal. I was like, me. That's a situation that is just against me. The whole world is against me. And that's how I felt at that time. When you are in that state, in that situation, you feel like really, like you cannot do anything. I was like, no matter what I do, I just don't get a job, and I'm not gonna get it because life is punishing me right now. I'm cursed. And that's how I felt in that moment. It was really horrible. It's something I do not ever want to feel ever again. But I learned a lot from that. And I grew out of that situation. And finally, I could break free from that victim mindset that had me trapped in that unemployment situation, unhappy situation, anxiety as well for many years. I was also having problems with my partner at that time. I was having many problems, and I was also like, oh, this person that this against me, and life is so bad to me because life gave me this partner that doesn't support me or doesn't love me the way I want. And yeah, everything was really like feeling like a victim from the universe, from life. Why me? Poor me. So how did I break free from that situation, from being in that victim mindset? That was a process, long process of self-awareness, self-work, self-growth, self-realization. Start to work on yourself, start to realize like, hey, like actually I can do something about my life, and actually I have the power to change my life. If I don't do anything to change it now, nothing's gonna happen. And that was a process that took many years. Even after getting a job, I went through that difficult situation with my ex. We went through divorce, and I was still in that victim mindset because I was like, even I got this job and I don't feel happy. Life is so unfair to me. Life gave me a job that is not nice for me, and it doesn't matter what I get. I'm just not happy, and this partner doesn't love me the way I want, and he does this and that against me, and he doesn't value that I got the job or whatever. I don't know, there were many things I was considering and going through at that time. So even though I got the job and I finished this unemployment struggling situation, I was still trapped in that victim mindset. So it was after this whole realization, like problems with my partner, we started going through divorce, and I went through anxiety as well. So I went through a journey of self-awareness, self-development, self-growth. I started really watching many videos about self-development, about self-improvement, from people who had been in a similar situation. They would give so many good advices, like little by little, I would realize like really, I have to take responsibility for my life and make it happen. If all of these people I listen to on other videos, on YouTube channels, on other movies or podcasts or whatever, they have made it, why not me? And I started realizing like, yeah, they're normal people, the same like me, like why I'm not gonna be able to do it? And then I started really like listening to more podcasts, more information, starting to do many practical exercises to start feeling more empowered, to start working on my self-worth, on my self-esteem. And finally, after so many exercises, especially like realization, that you are the owner of your life, that you have power. It's your life, it's your decision how you live your life, how you feel in your life. It's a decision how you feel in your life. It's a decision. You have everything to be happy. Decide to be happy. It's a feeling. It's a mental state more than anything else, and that's what I realized about. Once you make the decision, I'm gonna be happy, I take control of my life. My life is good. There's so many good things in my life. Every single day to be grateful for that. When you wake up, when you go to sleep and think about all of those things, there's many good things in your life. Realizing about that, being grateful for that, and realizing that actually when you're in that state, you feel different. And you can start little by little changing the way you're feeling, changing the way you perceive things, perceive reality. And that changes everything. That's a huge start. From the way you're feeling, you start acting different as well. You start taking more action, more responsibility about your life. You start doing more things like, okay, I'm gonna try this because before I was thinking about doing it, but I was afraid, or life was really so bad to me that I was sure it was not gonna work. So no, you really you start feeling good with yourself and you start doing things differently because you feel different as well. So how to change the victim mindset? I'm gonna share some tips with you very quickly to wrap it up. So the important insights, key aspects about how to change that mindset, that victim mindset to empowered mindset, right? First one is to really focus on yourself, work on your self-worth, on your self-esteem. Like, I can do this, I love my life, I love myself. Be grateful, like I explained before, right? Work on your self-love. Most of the times you feel like a victim because you have no love for yourself anymore and you're not compassionate with yourself anymore. So once you start doing it and really working on yourself, you're gonna realize little by little, and that's the second step, that you can have influence in your life, that you can take action in your life and take responsibility, control of your life. Recognizing that you have the ability to change your life. It's you. It's your life. It's nobody else's lives. It's your life. And you have power over it. Another aspect that is very important is to understand the situation from different perspectives. So that helps a lot to really analyze your situation and see it not just from your perspective. Like, change your story. You can just practice writing it down, telling that to yourself, okay, this is how I feel, this is the person who is going through this situation and is going through this and that, and this happened to this person. Now change that around, change the story. See that from, I don't know, from your partner's perspective, from your family's perspective, how they would see you. Write the story from a third person perspective, not like me, no, just like this person. That way you're going to see it different. And then also imagine it, telling the story from your partner's eyes, or from your friend's perspective, or from a different person's perspective. See how it is, how it looks like, and you're going to start understanding that for other people it might look different, and there might be many other different options, different ways to see things, perceptions. It's not just the way you see it. Maybe you can also ask other people to see what they think about it, how they perceive that situation. If you have someone you trust, that helps as well. Someone who trusts you and really cares about you and loves you. It doesn't mean that you really have to believe or take what these other persons say, but it's just to have a different perspective so you can understand your situation better. And another thing you can do is to surround yourself with empowering people, with people that help you out, not with people that hit you all the time and say, yes, like how bad that is, and oh no, like you poor person, you poor girl, yeah, don't have a job, whatever, yeah. And you realize they do not really care about you, or they do not support you, or they do not really love you, or if you don't feel like empowered being with them, look for people that really empower you and make you feel better, that support you, that motivate you. If you don't really find those kind of people in your environment right now, like at that time for me it was really tough and difficult, start with yourself. Be your support. Look for the help that you can give yourself. Start from that. And little by little, you're going to be getting to know people that can help you out. Maybe not just really help you, but make you feel empowered, make you feel loved. That helps a lot. So finally, I'm going to give some practical tips to Work on that every single day, every single week, so you can see progress every time. Like saying, today I'm gonna do this, and that to work on breaking free from my victim mindset, and I'm gonna be more empowered. That's also something you can do. Stop saying, I have a victim mindset or whatever, I am in a victim mode right now. Stop saying that. Change the story. I am an empowered person. I have control over my life. I take responsibility and action for my life right now, today. And that's something you can write every single day and think about it, meditate on it. That change of thinking, writing it down as well, that's a really good start. Do it every day. When you wake up, decide to start your day, start it that way. When you finish your day, you go to bed, finish it that way. As an empowered person, taking control and action, responsibility for your life. Because you have the ability to do it. You are the only one who can do it. And if you're here in this world, thinking about trying to change your life and improve it and thinking about new possibilities, it's because it's possible. You can do it. If it's in your mind, you can do it for sure. We are amazing. Humans are amazing, and everything we have in our mind, everything we think about, it becomes real. It becomes our life. So believe it. If you think it, you can create it. You can make it possible. You can make it happen. So these practical tips I'm gonna give you so you can practice every single day, in the morning, in the evening, or whenever you have time. Try to practice them at least once per day. Important. Consistency is key. One of them is journalism. You can just write down, I have mentioned that before in other videos about my anxiety process and other things. And journalism, write it down, how you feel, how your progress goes every single day. That helps a lot. It's like a huge reflection process on your life, on how you're doing, on how you're feeling. And you can see, very interesting, because from the beginning you can see first day how your writing was, and after a few weeks, a few months, you're gonna be surprised of everything, how it has changed, the way you write, how you write, like how you felt before and the progress you have made, and now you're like writing more empowered. Your story starts changing. So practice journalism. That's very important. Write your thoughts, your feelings, how you're feeling. Try to reflect, analyze about your situation, and also write it down. Write first about how you feel. That could be all not that positive, maybe negative. It's fine, it's okay to be honest with your emotions, honest with yourself. It's important to let them out and get them out of your chest so they don't bother you anymore. So write them down. I feel like this, I don't have control, whatever, over this. First, that part. And then start with the positive thing. But I'm gonna start working on this. I'm taking action about this. I realized that if I feel better about myself, I feel more empowered, I'm actually able to do more things. I'm actually able to have a different start in my life every single day. And you can just write it down. Write all of these things from an empowered mindset. Write it down every single day. And you'll see, at the beginning, it's gonna be like negative story, very long, and it's gonna be changing the negative story and the positive story, and then like throughout the days, you're gonna realize that negative stories start to decrease, is less and less every time, and the positive story, like the good things, empowered stories, starts to increase, to become bigger. When there's gonna be a point you read it down and you're like, wow, it's so empowered, and it's gonna be a lot more positive, more empowered than the victim side you had before. And it's amazing to see those changes. Self-reflection, you do not really have to write, but try to really reflect and really understand your situation from an objective perspective, not personal, but from a different perspective, outsider perspective. And that's important because that way you can do it without judgment. You're not gonna be judging yourself like, oh, I was really bad and I did this. No. Take all that judgment. And also from the other people. You're not gonna judge other people without judgment. Just see it like a story, like a movie. You're writing down a movie. You're thinking about the movie or watching a movie in your head. See it like that. Another one, very helpful, is meditation. Take at least 5 minutes if you don't do meditation, if you haven't done it before, or you have tried, but it doesn't really work for you or something, or it feels like it doesn't help. Maybe you are not really doing it that well. Try it, but at least for 5 minutes. Try it again. To sit with yourself, breathe, try not to think about anything else. And if you think about something else, it's okay. Just realize about it and say, okay, I'm gonna focus on my breath again, on the present moment, and that's what you're gonna do for 5 minutes. Try to do it. That's gonna help you be calmed with yourself, be in the present moment, and realize about the power that you have within, about your feelings, about your emotions, about yourself, your wholeness. And something else that I really like doing, and I have done it since last year, it's a video clip with a small story with positive affirmations about your new life, your new identity, how you see your life the next year, in 1 year, how you want your life to be, how you see yourself. And just also write it down and make that video clip, I am abundant, and put a picture of you or something like picture that really makes you think about abundance. I have a lot of money, I am successful. Put pictures where you really relate to being successful, where you feel like you have a lot of money. I am empowered, I am confident. And that's the way you're gonna do, like with many affirmations, the way you see yourself in the future. I have this job, whatever, put the picture. You just get it on internet, or you can also try it figuring out like making pictures of yourself that way, so you can feel more empowered and see yourself really doing it in the future. I did that as a strategy that I heard from the Wizard of Lizzie, something like that, and she talked about it and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And in her video she explains how to make a video clip, and how she would really watch it and listen to it every single night before going to sleep. And that's something I've been doing, and really it helps a lot. It helps really in a huge way. It does help. So little by little I start noticing that many of the things from the video I start feeling like that. It hasn't been that long either. It's not like everything there that I have put in the video is become real. Not yet. But I'm working on it, and just the feeling, just the way you feel, it means a lot. It changes your life completely. So do it, practice it. It really helps. And I'm sure you keep doing it, and if you believe that it's really gonna change your life, it will. So please start practicing these tips, these little exercises every single day. They're gonna help you, 100% sure. And take the decision of taking control of your life, changing your life. You can do it. You can do it, and you are the one who's able to do it. If you believe it, you'll make it happen. You are strong, you are confident, you are an empowered person. So believe it. Take action for your life, responsibility for your life, because you are the only one who can do it. Please write down below all the next steps that you're gonna take in order to working on this and break free from this victim mindset and starting your new identity from a different perspective, from someone who's empowered, the empowered you. Write that down below, and thanks a lot for watching. Hope to see you the next time.